careful with the wig. I have no peripheral vision at all. Can't see anything. It's hot up here. I had to choose the one that's like fleece and fur, didn't I? For those of you who are wondering what a muggle is, if you have to ask, you are one. Sorry. So, let's go. So, yes, I am a cosplayer. So, what is cosplay? Cosplayers are people who, when they grew up, instead of thinking, oh, I'm an adult now, I need to be sensible and stop dressing up and stop acting like an idiot and pay my taxes. Instead, what we thought is, we're adults now. No one can stop us from dressing up and going around and acting like idiots and then spending all our money so we can't pay our taxes. So yes, this is what we do. Cosplayers, we go around it initially started in conventions, sci-fi and fantasy, people going up, dressed up as their favorite characters from TV shows, films, books, comics, you name it, whatever. And it's kind of spinned out from that. So people go on photo shoots, or they just hang around in town with their friends, dressed up as these characters. And it's a way of expressing your love of whatever it is that you're dressing up as. So some people, it's just they kind of grab whatever's in their cupboard, in their wardrobes. They go around charity shops, grabbing things off the shelves and throwing something together. Some people buy it. Some people put so much time and effort and money, oh God, so much money, into making sure that every single detail is absolutely right. So, like even the hem that you can see for like 2 scenes in a movie, that has to be perfect. But that said, not everybody's like that. Some people use it as a way of being incredibly creative. So they take whatever it is that they're really fanatical about and they put a twist on it. So one of the big things that people do is something called gender swap. So there's crossplay, which is if I, a woman, decided to dress as a man and look like a man, then that would be crossplay. Gender swap is when you take a male character and make a female version, or vice versa. Because I don't know if you've realised this, but a lot of things that we get quite geeky and nerdy about don't tend to have a lot of women in. Marvel, DC, I'm looking at you. 17 years to make a movie with a woman in. Jesus. So that's one of the big things. Another thing that people do is saying making humanised versions of non-human characters. So for instance, I know you're all wondering, I am Eevee from Pokemon. I did this as part of a great big Pokemon group a couple of months ago. Another thing that people do is take an existing franchise and transplant it into a different setting. So for instance, earlier you saw there was Disney princesses, as Xena wasn't the only warrior princess. Or what would Star Wars be like if it was in the Lord of the Rings universe? That kind of crazy stuff. I'm part of a big group that's going to be doing Marvel superheroes in the Victorian era. And that's, I don't even want to think about how I'm going to tackle that yet, but that's one of the things that I love, really, really love about cosplay is I'm part of a group. Most of those people, there's about 80 of us that are going to be doing that. We've never met each other. But we're going to get together and we're going to show our love of this thing that we love doing. Not just of actually making the costumes, but of... it's my friends at a convention. But of the other thing that we're actually putting on our body. And it gives you something to talk about. Because people can immediately see that, hey, you like Marvel. And it gives people something to come up and talk about. Because a lot of people who cosplay, it's kind of a culture of the other, like a lot of geek cultures, the outsider. So it gives people the confidence to go up to people, and it's incredibly self-esteem boosting. Because to be perfectly honest, if you can walk across London whilst you're dressed up like this on the underground, then you can do anything. Though it is always quite good fun when it's like one of the big conventions, like the London Expo or something, and you come out at Waterloo, and there's all these people dressed up in wigs and props and everything and saying hello. And then there's all of you like normal people wandering around going, what the hell did I put in my coffee this morning? That's always good fun. And see, it's a huge community, and it is one of the most loving and generous people I've ever met, because it doesn't matter what race you are, what weight you are, your height, your sex, your gender, anything of all of that kind of thing doesn't matter. It's just about coming together with the people that you love to show something. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that you are never too old to dress up and go around town acting like an idiot with a bunch of your mates. Thanks.